Hello student, I am Dr. Chaudhary SG from Department of Microbiology, Venkatesh Mahajan Senior College, Osmanabad. In this video, I am going to explain you about the sources of microorganism in air, which is again a subtopic from your environmental paper. It is for BSc second year. It is particularly from the air microbiology. So point covered during this video are microorganisms generally present in the air, sources of microorganism in the air as a carrier of the microorganism, droplet nuclei, and bioaerosols. The common microorganism found in air. We discussed earlier this point in last video. Particularly these are the spores of fungi, Alternaria, Aspergillus, Cladosporium, Homodendron, Penicillium, Ascospores of yeast, Conidia of Streptomycetes, Endospores of Bacillus and Clostridium, and are certain bacteria, particularly of genera Alcaligens, Chromobacterium, Micrococcus, Sarcina, etc. Now let us talk about the sources of microorganism in the air. Whatever may be the source, the microorganism particularly carried by the activity of the wind. The soil is the first source. The microorganisms are from soil are blown into the air by the activity of wind. They are added into the air. Certain man-made activities such as digging of the soil, flogging of the soil also adds or releases soil-borne microorganism into the air. Water is the next source. The activity of wind also raises microorganism from the water into the air. These are in the form of droplet nuclei. Along with wind, tidal action are also responsible for raising the droplet or aerosols. So, activity of wind can add microorganism from any site and serve as a major contaminant of the air. Certain other sources are also adding microorganism in the air. These are the sewage treatment plant, food and paper processing plant or any industrial discharge, slaughterhouses, day-to-day activities of the human such as dusting, grooming, washing, dental drills, expiratory and excretory discharge. All the microorganisms from these sources are carried by the wind activity. So air current brings these microorganisms from plant or animal surfaces also. The organisms may either commensal or pathogenic microorganisms. So studies shows that plant pathogenic microorganisms are spread over a long distance and through the air and acts as a major infectious agent. The main source of airborne pathogen is human being. The surface flora of the human being shed by time and may be dispersed into the air. Similarly, the commensals as well as pathogenic flora of the upper respiratory tract and the mouth region are constantly discharged into the air by activity like coughing, sneezing, talking and laughing, etc. in the form of droplet and droplet nuclei and bioaerosols. So droplets are usually formed by sneezing, coughing, talking, laughing, singing or forceful expiratory activities. Each droplet contains saliva or mucus. It also contains hundreds of microorganisms which may be pathogenic if discharged from the deceased person, mostly of respiratory tract origin. The size of droplet determines the time period during which they can remain suspended into the air. Large droplets remains for a very short time in the air and tend to drop down on the surfaces. These cannot be easily inhaled. Small droplets, on the other hand, remain a little more time than the larger droplet in the air and then drop down on the surface, and this cannot also be easily inhaled because these droplets are trapped by mechanical barrier of the upper respiratory tract, that is mucus or sticky mucus layer. Then droplet nuclei. Small droplet in a warm dry atmosphere tend to evaporate rapidly and become droplet nuclei. Thus, the residues of solid material left after drying up of the droplets is known as the droplet nuclei. Such droplet nuclei are very small, 1 to 4 micrometer, and very light in weight. They can remain suspended in the air for hours or days and travel a long distance. If inhaled, the droplet nuclei tend to escape the mechanical barrier of the upper respiratory tract and enters directly up to the lung. Thus, droplet nuclei may act as a more potential agent of infectious diseases than the droplets. The current pandemic, COVID-19, is also a disease that can be transmitted through nose or mouth, through the air, and which reaches up to the lung. It is a viral disease, okay, transmitted through air. So any respiratory tract diseases can be transmitted through the air. The next point is bioaerosol. Aerosols, particularly generated by the activity of wind from water surfaces and get suspended in the air. If such aerosols contain biological particles or droplets, whether it is dead or live, then it is termed as bioaerosols. It is usually of 0.5 to 30 micrometer, and this also serve as a mean for contamination or adding microorganism into the air. So hope you understand the point in the video. Thank you for watching the video.